Hello, good day everyone. Thank you all for clicking on this video. May God bless you and meet you all at the point of your needs. So today I'm here again to bring to you another episode of Dr. Abel Damina. In this video, Dr. Abel Damina is, he's a kind of saying what other pastors are doing in terms of charging money before going to minister in other church. I totally agree with what he said in this video, even though this is not the full video because I've watched it. You cannot agree less, you cannot agree more with Dr. Abel Damina. Some few preachings of Dr. Abel Damina that I do normally accept, even though I don't accept every of his preaching. I don't accept most of his preaching, but very little. And again, you don't actually need to accept everything that the man of God is saying, because he's a human being, he's not God. So that is why you don't have to let some preachings to disturb you. Just accept the one you know that, yes, this is coming from the mouth of God, not from the mouth of human being. So in this particular video that you are about to watch, he is so right on this particular video. I just cut it because it's a very long video. I just cut it to the place that you will understand, and to the place that, you will know that he was actually saying the right thing. And he also talked about giving to church, and how other men of God are becoming rich because of your giving. I just want you all to understand that when you are giving, you are not giving it to the man of God. You are giving it to God. If you don't want to give it to church, there are a lot of people that is in need that you can give it to. If you know that you don't want to give it to church, or if you feel that the church are eating your money, for me, there's a need to give in the house of the Lord. But if you feel that the church is eating your money, there are also other people to give. Not because Dr. Abel Damina is against giving, then you now will say that you will not give anymore. You know they do anybody. You are doing yourself. When he said that there is a ministry that has created monster, I know that ministry he's talking about, and I know that you that is watching this video also know the ministry that he is talking about. And I also know the person that he is talking about. So since he did not mention name, who am I to mention the name of the ministry and the name of the person that he was talking about? So just watch your video and enjoy it to the fullest. May God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. May God bless you, and I will see you all again next time. Bye.
So a friend of mine was asking his son, biological son, why didn't your father allow people to know that he had a private jet that was bought for him by the ministry? He said his father said to him, the people who bought this jet, some of them cannot afford rent. They sacrifice to buy. There's no need to flaunt it in their faces. There's no need to be flaunting it in their faces. After they have struggled, sweated out of their hard-earned money, made the money available. He said it is only respectful to keep it out of view and use it when necessary for the purpose for which it was bought. It was not bought for showmanship. It was bought for work. Are we hearing here? The apostles were discreet. It's not this ministry we have today where men of God will raise the money from you and come back and tell you, I have bought houses for my children, I have bought houses for my grandchildren, they will never be poor, they will never beg, but if you want to operate like me, bring again. Only. All my children have houses, my grandchildren have houses, I have put them on different programs, they can never be poor, and if you want to function like me, you've got to sow. Don't mind the pain, because where there's no pain, there's no thief. Somebody should stand up in that audience and shout, thief. It will happen. Oh, watch. A pastor will be beaten on the pulpit for asking for more. Watch. In this country, just watch. You don't know what is happening. You don't know what is coming up. People are angry because they have been robbed in broad daylight. And they are using the money to oppress them, to taunt them. I've built houses for all my... Is this something to talk about? And in that audience, there are people that are squatting. People squatting. There are people that are struggling to eat. And you are flaunting the houses you built for your children, the ones you have built for your grandchildren with their money. You build schools that members' children cannot attend, but you raise money from members to build that school. Oppression. What is different between that and slave trade? What's the difference? You raise money, and you told them we want to build a school so our children can have a school to attend, You raised their money and they all contributed. You built the school and put the school fees where their children cannot attend. What is that not Yahoo? Wait, is that not Yahoo? It's Yahoo. It's not even Yahoo. It's Yahoo. Are we teaching here? Let's look at Peter the Apostle. The same tone Brother Peter used in chastising Simon the sorcerer when he offered Peter money. Look at Acts 8:21. Acts of the Apostles chapter 8 verse number 21. Acts 8:21.
Thou hast neither part nor lot in this matter, for thy heart is not right in the sight of God.
Your heart is not right. He's talking to Simon Magus, the sorcerer. Look at that verse. Later on, Peter speaking in 1 Peter 5:2. Look at the way Brother Peter will speak on this matter. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 2. 1 Peter 5:2.
Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
The word constraint, not by constraint. The word constraint was translated from the Greek word anakastos. Anakastos. ANAGKASTOS. ANAGKASTOS. Which means it has to be done. The flock of God taking oversight, not by that which has to be done. That is not of necessity. Then the word willingly was translated from the Greek word hikosios. Hikosios. HEKOUSIOS. HEKOUSIOS. Which implies to be willful, voluntary, or willing. It further carries the sense of choice. Willingly is sense of choice. There's another word there, the word filthy lucre. Filthy lucre. Not for filthy lucre. Do ministry not for filthy lucre. Do ministry not compulsory. Do ministry willingly. And don't do it for material gain. Ministry is not a meal ticket. I said that last night. Ministry is not an employment. Ministry is not an employment where you rely on for income. Not for filthy lucre. It relates to money. It was translated from the Greek word, I won't pronounce this one, man, so I can have my tongue for evening service. AISCHROKEIDOS. Escroqueidos. It was used once as an adverb. It has a synonym in aiscrokedes. AISCHROKEDES. That's a synonym of that word. Used by Paul in 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 8. Filthy lucre. Look at 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse number 8, PJ.
Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre.
Not greedy of filthy lucre. Look at Titus 1:7. These guys were very loud on these things. Titus chapter 1 verse number 7.
For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre.
He must not be given to filthy lucre. Peter said it. Paul said it. Now 3 John 1:7. 3 John chapter 1, verse number 7. 3 John 1:7.
Because that for his name's sake they went forth, taking nothing of the Gentiles.
They went forth taking nothing of the Gentiles for his name's sake. They went forth taking nothing. So far, it can be said that it is clear that Peter and Paul detached preaching the gospel from a pervading mentality where a minister is seen to be in the paid employment of the church. Peter and Paul, they detached the minister from that, from their teachings here, where a preacher is detached completely from being paid as an employment of the church for services rendered. And in this case, the services will be the preaching of the gospel or charging a fee for his service. A preacher should not charge for a fee for his service. I remember back in the days, you invite some preachers, they will negotiate how much you want to give. Some preachers will say, send me the bank statement of your church and your own personal bank statement. They didn't tell me this. I was sitting there where the preacher was saying it. I want to see the balance on your account and the balance on your church account to see if you can host me. I was sitting there. And then after he sees the balance, how much are you planning to give me? In fact, there are preachers who asked me to send the offering ahead before they will come. And the worst of it is music ministers. The ones they call music ministers. The ones they call, because I didn't see that in the Bible. The ones they call music ministers. There's no difference between them and Davido and Tiwa Savage and Burna Boy. The modus operandi is the same. They have agents, they have agencies, they have managers, they have a list of things you must do. You pay, you sort things out before they come. The same thing. The only difference is that their lyrics are motivational. Everything a double, oh, is motivational. It's not the gospel. It's not the gospel. The gospel must have the facts in it. Any song that doesn't have those facts is not the gospel, it's motivation. The gospel is how that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures, and that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day. That is the gospel. If those lines are not in a song, it is motivation. It is motivation. So they will come and motivate, hype people, make people cry, make people feel nice. And then after it all, nothing. And they will charge $50,000 for one night. $50,000 for one night. Those of them they call A-list in gospel ministers. They will charge that kind of amount. 10 million to my account before we move. One night. These are businessmen using the Bible as a meal ticket. And they don't stay in teaching services. And they don't have pastors. They don't have a pastor. They don't sit down to be taught. They are just like prostitutes. When they come and sing, immediately they finish singing, they are gone. Because as far as they are concerned, they are the bosses. The rest of you plus your preachers, you are apprentices. They are stars. Superstars. I don't blame them. It is the churches that patronize them that have given them that relevance. There's a ministry in this country that was responsible for fertilizing, nurturing, and creating that monster. And now that ministry is regretting, and they are looking for how to fight it, but the monster has matured. The monster has matured. They don't know how to destroy it. And they have tried to destroy it, and some of them have left those churches because they have already established their business. If you don't patronize me, other churches will patronize me. You have told the world that I am a profound, anointed, appointed, ordained man of God that has been so anointed to function with gumption. You can't take it from me. They are trying to fight it. It is not working. You created the elephant. Deal with it. I'm teaching here. If we don't get it right, it will keep going wrong.